game between Egypt and Tunisia. So sparse crowd, but make no mistake, this is the dominant side in Africa. They're a long way from home, though. Tunisia all the way down in Angola, which is actually one of the traditional hotbeds of basketball in Africa. And Tunisia are led by the former coach of Angola, who led them to many of their finest moments, Mario Palma. But as we watch this Egypt team, this game means a lot more to Egypt than it does to Tunisia. We'll talk about that. Also in Group E today, we have Morocco taking on Cameroon, and the hosts of Group E, Angola against Chad. Now the significance, you can see Egypt are in third place at 5-4. Tunisia unbeaten and still rolling. Egypt would like to get into that top two to clinch a place in the World Cup, but if not, they have to be the best third place team of the two groups, and that means they need to win as many games as possible. Egypt have come in and won 85-58 yesterday over Chad, so they've come in a good mood, and they also had won their previous game back in September over a very good Cameroon team in the Rades in Tunisia, 62-58. So they are on a two-game winning streak. Now, the first time that they played Tunisia, that was back on September 15th, and Tunisia won that game resoundingly, 69-47. So they would like nothing more to get their own back and to spoil that unbeaten record against Mario Palma's side. Now, how will they fare in terms of locking up third place, at least, as the best third place team? Well, Central African Republic are 4-5 in Group F, so they're in pretty good shape in that regard. However, Cameroon are hot on their heels at 5-4, and Cameroon, no doubt, will be pulling hard in this game for Tunisia to win. Cameroon will play Morocco next, and a win in that game coupled with a defeat in this game for Egypt would leave both teams with 6-5 records heading into tomorrow's final group game. So it's a very interesting situation for both of these teams. And again, Egypt, they won the last game against Cameroon, 62-58. And they will play Cameroon again tomorrow, so that will be potentially for all the marbles, as they say. So Egypt and Angola are on the Egypt and Tunisia are on the court, and we're going to have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems.
Em seguida, o hino do Egito.
Okay, national anthems have been played for both teams, and the coaches will shake hands. These guys know each other. It's a small coaching fraternity in international basketball. I mean, it's expansive in that it's global, but on the other hand, when you get to the zones, all these guys know each other very well. And we are going to take a look at the referees as well. As well as the rosters and starting lineups. It's a very important man right there. The camera is on one of the top players for Tunisia. They're the referees. They were hiding, but they have come out just to introduce themselves to us. Of course, we know them already. We've seen them at many events. So posting up there behind the molten basketball, just waiting for the graphic to show you who they are. Well, hopefully we'll get that graphic later, but nevertheless, we know who the referees are. They're wearing the black and the gray, and they will be running up and down the floor. So hopefully we'll get some rosters and some starting lineups. We had seen El Malbrook there from Tunisia. He is an important player, Morad El Malbrook. Number 7, Chanufi, Abada, Gyaza, Ramdan, Makram Ben Ramdan, Abassi, Lahiani, and Samani for Coach Mario Palma. No Michael Roll for this window, but I'd be surprised if he was not on the World Cup roster. Naturalized Tunisian from California, former UCLA star, and plays at a very high level in Europe, has been doing so for several years, most recently Maccabi Tel Aviv. So Egypt, you would hope for their sake that Omar Rabi brings his big game, as well as Khalaf, the number 40 and number 45, and Khalifa, number 10, El Gamal, number 9. Amir Aboukir was the coach that led them when they reached the final of the AfroBasket back in, let me double check this here.
المثلث اللي بره كله ما يشوتش. انت مع مكرم. هيثم انت مع العباس مع 19. انت مع 19 انت مع مكرم.
Yeah, in 2013. And he was at the helm, and then of course Egypt went to the 2014 FIBA Basketball World Cup
You can attack him and pass the ball, but because
in
let's
Spain.
go see how he defends this, okay? He's not too quickly. And in the hammer here, back pick here, so you can pass ball to Murad here. You pass ball to Murad here, okay? Defense very hard, take care, don't allow this guy pass the ball inside. Want to know this guy pass ball inside and dive low now also. And press the ball.
You can see Mario Palma has been doing this a long time. He knows how to coach the game of basketball. And while it was difficult for Tunisia to move on from their longtime coach, Ado Talatli, who brought them so much success, it has been proven a very wise decision to put Mario Palma in charge of the team. They won the AfroBasket last year, and they've already qualified for the World Cup, and they haven't lost a game. And you would have to think that, you know, they've got a chance to win some games in China next year. Don't forget, they've still got players that played at the 2012 Olympics in London, that played at the 2010 World Cup. It's a very good Tunisian team. It's, you know, it hasn't happened by accident that they've gone unbeaten in these qualifiers. There's Amir Abou Khair. Must have lost the graphic for his for Mr. The Egyptian coach. So Robbie's going to be jumping center. As is off the case normally. And no doubt he wins the opening tip. So Egypt get inside and score immediately. So Shusha, how about Shusha? Three-point attempt from El Malbrook. Answers. Well, you got to know, you got to get a hand in his face. One of the top shooters in Africa. And answering was the veteran, El Gamal. Ibrahim Ragab El Gamal. Look at this. And that was El Malbrook that was guarding him. Now Abada brings it forward. Omar Abada, exciting point guard. Puts it up from deep. And the rebound by Mo Abassi, who was the man that was jumping center with Arabi. A little bit undersized compared to Arabi. Here's Abassi, goes in, little runner, a little bit too hard on the release. Now Shusha. Beautiful pass inside to Arabi. So chalk up the assist for Khalifa. Let's hope that we don't get Arabi hanging on the rim today. He's been known to move the basket support and have the odd delay. There's Omar Abada. And Ben Ramdam hits the three, and then, excuse me, it wasn't Ben Ramdam. It was Chinufi. Look at this. That's a silly foul from Shusha. Abu Shusha's got to be able to get out there and just put his hands up without getting so close to when the shooter has contact, because the referees are going to call that every single time. And again, excellent play by Egypt, feeding the beast. Need to ride the back of the former USC Trojan as much as possible. That was Ben Ramdam with the miss. And Khalifa misses from deep, but a foul down low. I think it's on Abassi. It was indeed on Abassi. Now Khalifa bounce pass El Gamal. Oh, that's beautiful basketball from the Pharaohs. Ooh, almost a walk from El Malbrook. And Ramdam passes it back. And the ball goes through the hands of Abada and into the hands of El Gamal. El Gamal passes it back to Khalifa. Egypt playing beautiful basketball right now. Their interior passing is giving them some easy looks. Janufi rips the cords. What a nice release. Shusha shoots it. Shooting Shusha. And silences the crowd. Look at that. Beautiful release. And Ramdam short. And the drive and the foul called on Shanufi. So the aggressive play by Ghazar. Ahmed Mustafa El Sayed Mohammed Ghazar. That's 5 names. That is a mouthful. He goes to the line. We'll just call him Ghazar. And he misses. Oh, he misses both, but the ball tapped back out to him. And El Gamal takes one, throws it off the back of the rim. Now Omar Abada in the open floor, goes behind his back. A little bit of razzle-dazzle from the dazzling point guard. Abada into the corner. And another jump shot falls. This one for Ghiaza, who's checked into the game, Mokhtar Ghiaza. And good defense from Tunisia, forcing the turnover. So Mokhtar Ghiaza hits a shot and then goes and makes a play on defense. Malbrook is inbounds it to Abada. Abada pulls up again, falls down. Get up, Omar. And Arabi pulls down the rebound. He was tied up. A little bit of a collision there. So actually it was ruled Tunisia's ball on the jump, on the possession, so that's why they maintain it. Entry pass, and once again, Ghiaza takes the shot but misses. Good defense from Gyaza. Look at that, the steal. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to take it all the way. A little bit of highlight reel action already from Mukhtar Gyaza. From the corner, El Gamal. Khalifa with the offensive rebound and tries to go up with a putback, but he's fouled by Gyaza. Here he is. Look at him. He's been excellent since checking into the game. Khalifa drills the first one. Cross court to El Malbrook. What are you doing, Egypt? Why do you leave the best shooter in the game wide open? It's like a layup drill for him behind the arc. He can make them till the cows come home. Quick pass to Chanufi. He goes up, misses, but there's Gyaza again. He misses. Chanufi goes up. Tunisia staying after, but Egypt have it now. And Arabi just takes his eye off of it, is able to save it back in bounds, but then the ball knocks out of Egypt's hands, and Tunisia will take their time as they bring it up. Ben Ramdam, Gyaza. Now Ben Ramdam passes it up, yep, it gets it inside to Gyaza, and he has another basket and a potential three-point play. Nice work from Ben Ramdam. Almost feels like Tunisia have been playing in third gear, yet they've been able to take the lead. Even if Egypt lose this game, in fact, they could still win tomorrow against Cameroon and lock up that third place in the group, and it's I would suggest highly improbable that Central African Republic would beat Nigeria when they play them again, and that's what they would have to do. And the long shot is good from Abu Shusha. Gyaza spins, hands it off to Ben Ramdam. Egypt allowing the Tunisians to make the extra pass. Both teams are, in fact. Khalifa with like a push shot from behind the arc. Now Bada passes it back to Chanufi. Driving in and missing was El Gamal. Now Ben Ramdam. Omar Bada wide open. Palma not entirely pleased with Tunisia right now, but the steal by Ben Ramdam, and he's going to take it. He's going to get swatted. And El Malbrook called for the foul. He was in good position, I thought, but he reached as well. I think that's what got him the foul. Boy, that was quite a pin job by, look at that, by Egypt's #1, Kamal Mahmoud. Anas Osama Mustafa Kamal Mahmoud. Look at him. We'll just call him Anas. And good, powerful move inside, and again, this time Al Malbrook picks up the foul. And Palma not convinced that was a foul. So Rami Ibrahim Morsi Abdallah is at the line. They threatened to call technical now on more. Yeah, he wanted some clarity. They're saying yes, it was on El Malbrook. I think even sometimes if a referee makes a mistake, you make the point and then you just let it go. So Egypt back in front here in the final 30 seconds of the opening quarter. Omar Abada being guarded closely by Ahmad Adel Abdelhadi A. Metwali. El Malbrook. And Anas with the rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. And the drive, and the basket is good from Abada. Right at the end, so Tunisia go back in front at the end of one. Well, the game is pretty even, as you can see. Those shooting stats bear that out. And you have to say that the team that picks it up defensively is going to have the best chance to win. Because I think both teams leaving a little bit to be desired in that respect right now. Second quarter action underway here. Double Schuster back in, number 12. Ibrahim, number 33. Ibrahim, rather. Here he is. Puts it up from deep, and it looked good, but it was a little bit long. And Lahiani has checked in. Firas Lahiani, former 3x3 star, converted to the 5-on-5 game. Here he is with the goggles. He makes his move and should have passed to his teammate, Yaza. And Slimani misses, but then gets it right back and puts it up and in. And the dunk from Anas. Nice drive, and then the finish from the big fella. But Wale's been pretty active there. He raises his head. Look at that. He was the one that delivered the pass. And Anas, who came out and had that sensational block in the first quarter, has come out now and served notice that he is one of the lords of the rim. Dula was the man that provided the ball on a platter for him. Here's Lahiani again. This time he goes all the way, but trying to score over Anas is easier said than done. And good job by Abraham Khalil picking the ball up. From the left corner, and Anas with another rebound. Nice fadeaway from Rami Ibrahim Morsi Abdallah. Another long jump shot from Omar Mouli. Comes in and brings it. Here he is. That's a nice looking shot, isn't it? You might wonder where he's been. Omar Mouli is averaging 3.3 points per game in the qualifiers. And he'd only hit 7 of 33s before that one. That one certainly looked good. Lahiani called for the foul. the fear by Dooley was that he wasn't going to get in bounds. He tried to throw it off of a Tunisian player. He missed it, and it still ended up in the hands of one of his teammates. Slimani drives in and hangs enough to finish. And with that, Tunisia go ahead by 4 points. Egypt called timeout. Look at this. That was Rami looking over at the referee, hoping that he might call a charge. But the ref wasn't having it.
كمال هات شوشه عزب هات ابراهيم يا جماعه تاني كل اللي بيعملوا هم بيجروا واعمل درايف وكيك اوت. عندنا مشكله دلوقتي في الاوفنس، مش عارفين نلعب في الاوفنس احنا ما بنتحركش. ادي جوه خد اعمل بوست اب جوه خد بوست اب جوه.
We need to move the ball. Make the plays, set the plays, make the plays, and move ball to one side, to another, until we have a shot by inside or shooting outside.
Gaza with 7 move coming off the bench. Chinufi has 6. They've looked good today, haven't they?
Go quickly.
So for Tunisia, Ahmad Dif getting some minutes here, guarding Dula. Dula makes the pass over to El Gamal. And Lahiani didn't rebound it, but hit it out of bounds. Three-pointer is good. How about that from Dula? Yeah, Dula really taking it to Dif. Now Dula has it. It's interesting how you get the name Dula on the back of the jersey when his name is Ahmad Adel Abdelhadi E. Metwali. Has to be a story behind that I don't know. And Slimani drives in for an easy layup. You got to sit back and applaud Slimani because the man is showing no signs of slowing down. And he is a veteran. 38 years of age. Gives hope for all of us. Here's Dula. Oh, little extra hop there, wasn't it? Lahiani knocked it away. Now Dif has it. Samani pulls up for 3. Missed everything. Just after I sang his praises. But you look, he looks over at the bench as if to say, my hands are wet. Has anybody got a towel? Come on. We know that you shot the air ball. Look at this. Now he goes up and misses it again. Ball goes out of bounds. And the ball was, they're trying to get it to Arabi. And actually, Dula has brought a nice sense of urgency to the calls here. He's going to check out. Shush is coming back in. Certainly has played with a lot of promise. No look pass. Gaza rattles out. Now the steal. Elmar Brook is a 2-on-1. Egypt very slow to get back. And Slamati leaves his calling card at the rim. The high-flying 38-year-old. I'll tell you, we've seen some veterans hooping and scooping, playing very well in these World Cup qualifiers. There's Arabi with the offensive rebound and putback. Mario Palma wants a timeout. I don't know if they're going to give it to him because he just kind of put his hands up. Didn't look like anybody was seeing him. Abada, meanwhile, goes down, and now a foul's called. And now the Tunisian players are having to go to the ref. Clearly flirting with a technical. He's showing a lot of restraint. Well, Mario Palma is having to go at the ref. The players are having to go, and whatever the call was, I have to say, let's listen. First one misses. Mario Palma goes over to the bench. Clearly upset with the foul that was called. And Abada picked up the foul because he was complaining that they had not called a foul on him. So that's why. So he went up for the three, he went down, the foul wasn't called, so he started chirping at the ref.
Okay, it was possession only. Possession, okay.
.243 remaining. I mean, this is a North African derby, and Tunisia clearly wanting to win as many games as possible, stay unbeaten, but also they don't want to lose to Egypt, that's for sure. And now the pass intercepted by Giaza. And Azab. Watch Azab's reaction. And the ball goes off of Giaza, and it's Egypt ball, and that was good, quick hands. I think Tunisia need to get control of their emotions right now. I think they're flirting. I'd be surprised if we didn't get another technical called on Tunisia.
I saw 4 or 3, but 3. Okay, 2-3. 3 seconds to the end.
Arabi, jump hook, nope. Oh, the follow from Anas. He's the human highlight reel already today. The major swat, the dunk, and then the follow putback hanging in the air. Oh, beautiful move. Lahiani didn't finish, but he gets it out to the corner to Pinrandam, or excuse me, to number 8, Omar Mouli, who hits his second three, and he has a look at the bench. And now an offensive foul called on Rabi. And that's a good call. Rabi, watch him. Watch Mooley after this. Watch him. Oh, they didn't show him. He stared at the Egypt bench as he ran back to the other end of the court. There's some bad blood simmering between these two teams. This is not a game to be missed, folks. Don't go away. Oh, the rejection from Anas again. Look at him. He's sending a message. Look at the length. That is called rim protection. Once again, now on the baseline, and Anas with another rebound. Oh, he's showing us his dribbling skills. And then he was fouled. Tunisia wanted to walk. And all of a sudden, this has become the Anas show. Makes the first. They played basketball at a very high level. Played for the Louisville Cardinals in NCAA basketball, so he's accustomed to going up against some high-flying players and playing at the rim. Plays it above the rim, certainly. Three-pointer from Ben Ramdam. Guys are back in the game. Yeah, so Anas, he measures 2.13 meters in height, and he did get good minutes in his last season at Louisville. 18.7 per game. And anybody that's followed the game will remember him from the Under-17 World Cup that was played back in 2012. And even though he's, you know, he's not made it in the States yet, don't write him off. He could always perhaps grow in stature, like Salah Mejri, who started out in Africa, went to Belgium, then went to Spain, now plays in the NBA with Dallas. Abu Shusha with the 8 points. Also, the shot blocking should come as no surprise. Islamani with 8 points. He made an all-ACC defensive first team in his last season there. Here's Anas, again patrolling the paint. Oh, it's quite an impressive couple of twin towers they've got with Arabi and Anas. Oh, and Dula doesn't get it off in time, turns it over. So with 34.4 seconds remaining, it goes back over to Tunisia. And then Dula just takes it away from Obata. What was Obata doing? It was like taking candy from a baby, and El Gamal goes up and lays it up and in. Well, Dula is a nice little player out there. You can't sleep on him. They've got a mismatch, though. Dula guarding Slimani. They're going to try to post him up. And then Dula reaches in. He's got to control his emotions, young Dula. Look at this. Yeah, you can see why he's upset. But the referee does not want to be shown up, no matter what kind of call's been made. So he takes a seat. Don't want to pick up his third foul, but also on this, probably need more size so he doesn't get posted up. Here's Abada, goes down, puts up a shot, no good. They've got to hurry, and he doesn't get it off in time. Shusha, although he almost made it. But really, folks, it's game on here in Luanda. Go call the family and friends and say, if you're not watching, you need to tune in. There's a big guy called Anas that's making some headlines. It's 37 apiece at the break. So Egypt 11 of 14 inside the arc, 10 of 27 for Tunisia, who are even being out rebounded. Strange scenario. 13 turnovers for Egypt, 3 for Tunisia, and it'll be interesting to see in terms of points off turnovers. Okay, so 11 of the Tunisia points have come off of those Egyptian turnovers. 12 Egyptian turnovers, but clearly it was exciting watching Anas check into the game there. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and it's game on here in Luanda. So we'll look back at some of these highlights, and we'll be right back before the start of the second half. Well, anybody that watched the first 20 minutes is going to want more of the same here in Luanda. Egypt and Tunisia trading blows. Of course, Tunisia have already qualified for the World Cup. They're unbeaten. They are cruising. They're confident. They don't want to lose any momentum, and they certainly don't want to lose to their North African rivals. But on the other hand, Egypt, they know they've got a big game coming up tomorrow when they go up against Cameroon. But they are putting on quite a show here with Anas especially capturing the imagination, showing why he was so highly regarded when he played in American college basketball at Louisville, making the all-defensive first team in the Atlantic Coast Conference, one of the top conferences in college basketball. And he is, in a word, been electrifying in his minutes on the court. Dula has also been impressive, but will it be the young guns or will it be the veterans who get them to the finish line today? It's going to take a major effort, especially on the defensive end, to beat this Tunisia team, because Tunisia, while being coached by Mario Palma, are not going to go down. They'll never lie down. They're never going to go away. They'll fight you till the end. Okay, second half action underway here in Luanda between Tunisia and Egypt. Tunisia in the red, Egypt in the white, and it's Tunisia possession to start things off. And an early foul here on Emada of Egypt. And Ramdam misses from up high. Now Shusha. How about Shusha over to Khalid, and he puts it up. That odd-looking push shot. And then Ben Ramdam goes behind his back, and then it goes off of Khalifa. I tell you what, it's been a rather inauspicious start here for the veterans. I wouldn't be surprised if the young guns entered the game rather quickly if this keeps up. Now the pass. Ben Ramdam gets blocked, gets it back, goes back inside again, misses. Ben Ramdam can't get it going offensively today so far. Just 2 points. Now Robbie posting up. He's got to watch his arms. Gotta wonder why he doesn't get the ball. His teammate was open, but if your big man's working down low and the other team hasn't really controlled him, it seems like a natural place to go with the basketball. Oh, that time, Robbie and Khalifa fall asleep, and Ben Ramdam gets in there for the two-handed jam. Shusha hit as he gets close, and a crazy attempt from deep. Turns it back over. That was Khalifa. It's Kiaza who had the dunk, excuse me, not Ben Ramdam. And Abada fouled, shooting the short jumper. So Mari, here's the little bit of criticism from the coach, goes to the bench, and they bring Dula back in. So the second one is good as well. And Tunisia now lead it 41-37. Entry pass. Ben Ramdam and Arabi, instead of going up for the dunk, he puts it back. What's the matter here? Oh yeah, he probably thinks he should have been. Yeah, he was fouled a couple of times, and it wasn't called. This player's talking too much for my liking. El Malbrook. El Gamal puts it up and misses badly. See if Dula can get something going defensively, perhaps get a steal and a basket in transition. Abada. And Chinufi then fouls at mid-court. So both teams kind of have lost their way here at the start of the second half. It's just lazy defense. These teams want to be able to win at the World Cup. They've got to develop good habits. And just kind of standing around on defense and reaching in like that's not going to get it done. There's Khalifa, and he puts Egypt back in front. Well, that graphic gave it to Tunisia, but in fact the basket was by Egypt. So it should be 42-41 in favor of Egypt. And the foul has been called on Rabi. And now they need to go to work on the graphic scoreline, folks. Apologies for that. So Ben Ramdam does not complete the three-point play. That is the right score. 43-42 in favor of Tunisia. Now Abada dribbles, looks up, El Malbrook into the corner, Chinufi from the right. Now Dula, that's where he likes to be, over to El Gamal. Dula gets it to Rabi. Smart play, but then Ben Ramdam takes it away. And Chinufi goes in and misses the layup. Abada gets it back. He's blocked by Khalifa. Both teams. El Gamal, not a thing of beauty right now, folks. You know, when Arabi had the ball taken away from him, he's got to have the ball up high when he turns. Otherwise, they're going to knock it out of his hands like they did. Omar Brook misses. Guys a little frustrated with events. So players complaining about the sweat on the ball, so they're going to wipe it off. Gamal. Egypt needs some inspiration from somebody right now. They go to Arabi. Now he's got high, and see, nobody's going to catch it if he's got it up that high. Nobody's going to knock it away. And Chanufi travels. Good defense by Khalifa. Here comes Arabi again. That's got to be where they go. Almost every time down the court, I would suggest. Stop this messing around. Playing helter-skelter basketball, putting up jump shots. Just go inside to Arabi. And Arabi rejects Ben Ramdam. Look at him. The giant has awakened in him. Look at him. No, he says. Now here he is again. He doesn't take no for an answer. Ben Ramdam might have been able to slide over, seal the baseline, and maybe even draw a charge, but he didn't. And Arabi had an easy path to the basket. Now Chanufi puts up a crazy three, but then no one, including Arabi, boxes out to prevent the putback. As Gamal puts up a crazy shot. With the shot clock winding down, it goes out of bounds. And more times than not, unfortunately for Egypt, their offense just doesn't flow. Dula trying to stick to Abada. Now Abada acts like he's been hitting the midsection. Passes it out. And Abada took it personally. And then Arabi holds his ankle like he's been fouled. Writhing in agony. Look at this. So Arabi goes up, he's got it. Oh yeah, he did. He came down hard. Watch him, he comes down on Ben Ramdam's right foot, and I'm guessing he's probably gonna have to leave the game, and definitely, if not for the remainder. And that's a shame for him because he was clearly crucial for Egypt, and he would be crucial tomorrow against Cameroon. See, that's his importance to the calls. Providing some offense, even if he's putting the ball on the deck outside and driving, but he's going to have to leave. He's landed. So he's limping off. And hopefully he can get some urgent treatment and maybe stop the swelling and perhaps get back out here today or tomorrow. But surely when he wakes up tomorrow, that's going to be hurting. Well, Anas checks in. And that means one thing and one thing only. Mr. Energy is back out there. Well, Anas puts up a long jump shot. Not sure that's why they want him in the game. Sneak in there and get the steal. That was Ibrahim Khalil. He's got the ball now. And now the ball turned over. And Ramdan puts Tunisia back in front. Now Gamal misses from deep. Minute and a half remaining. El Malbrook. There's baseline, and the ball goes out of bounds. Abada doesn't catch it. Robbie getting some treatment. I'm sure he's rolled his ankles before, and he's probably stepped on opponent's feet. Khalifa misses. And it has been a poor offensive second half from both teams. Ben Ramdan drives in, has it knocked away by Anas. Mario Palma being told to sit down, stop complaining. Look at this. Oh, he just picked him clean. Just took the ball right away from him.
And from now, no transition because we have 1 minute. Okay. We need to stop the game organized.
Before I didn't know.
1 minute.
Okay. Now I
You need to control the ball. If I tell you one thing, you do it. When the problems you are in offense, we are making our offense, your offense. You drive in baseline, pass one end, ball go to the pitch. Organize the offense. They recover. We call a play and do it. If we don't do it, we're gonna lose the game. We need to be organized.
Very interesting comments from the coach, and he's making some good points. So Robbie continues to look at his ankle. I can't see him coming back today, that's for sure. And the drive, and Dula was denied. Ball goes out of bounds.
Don't swear. I saw. Don't swear.
Players could have some valid points, but on the other hand, they just need to play basketball. And Ben Ramdan picks up the foul. So Rami will go to the line. No, they're not in the bonus hit. No, they should be, actually.
Well, play well, play well. Unless we have fast.
Look at Anas, maybe trying to do too much. Rami gets it. About a 1.5 second difference from the game clock and shot clock. So Tunisia trying to hold it for one. And a three-point attempt, no good. Anas boxes out. And they are going to get an attempt. So they couldn't have hoped for more there from Lithi. Bassem Saeed Mohammed Elthi Alian. And at the end of three, Tunisia lead it 47-46.
World. The FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it.
Revista Mundial da China em 2019. Egito.
Well, the shooting numbers, those clearly are not right from Egypt. I know they're not 14 of 22 inside the arc, so I'm just going to ignore those. We have some issues in the graphics department today, but one thing that is for sure, it's a one-point game, and both of these teams need to put a disappointing third quarter behind them and come out and play better in the fourth. Opportunities there for Egypt to get a real confidence-boosting win. But they're going to have to do it without Arabi, because he injured his foot soon after that play right there.
We have two technical.
So Lahiani checking into the game, Slimani as well. And also coming in is Omar Mouli, who's hit a couple of three-pointers. Number 80's on the ball now. Shusha's back in. Here's Anas, spins, puts it up. And I think Anas right now needs to understand he's not in the game to start going one-on-one. I'm sure he can do it, but that's not what they need from him right now. They need that energy that he brought, crashing the boards, blocking shots, scoring in transition. El Malbrook. Now here's Shusha. And good hustles from Tunisia getting back to prevent the basket. Dula's going to inbound it. Shusha. Over to Rami. Boy, they just can't hit anything right now from more than a foot away from the basket. Really, neither side. El Malbrook finally stops the rot and puts Tunisia back in front by 4. Dula is going to launch one for 3. Al Malbrook again, and I don't know if that was Anas that got the block, but Egypt just turned the ball over, and out hustling everybody to the ball was Mohamed Abbasi. Well, that's just unacceptable for Egypt. They're just standing around. Amara back in, so Dula wasn't able to create the havoc on defense that he did in the first half. So Amara re-enters, and Anas has to play that low post. Three-point attempt, good, finally. A basket for the Pharaohs. Shusha makes it, a 1-point game. Sorry, I think the graphic is wrong again. El Malbrook. Yeah, the score should be 50-49 in favor of Tunisia. There you go. Lahiani hands it off to El Malbrook. Under 7 minutes to play now. Remember, Tunisia have already qualified for the World Cup, and Egypt will have a big game coming up tomorrow. Will probably determine if they win today, Egypt, and Cameroon lose their game, then they will be assured of third place, because Cameroon are a game behind them coming into today's action. Lahiani misses the first one. This Tunisia team can play much better than what we've seen today. They have really struggled, to put it mildly. Here's Anas again. Anas sets the pick, and over to Shusha, who puts up another 3. Amara gets the rebound, and pass up ahead to Abbasi. And he draws the foul from Shusha. replay of that. Well, as good as Anas was in the first half, he's been anonymous here in the second. He looks almost lost, like he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing out there for Egypt. Egypt playing without Omar Rabi, who came down on the ankle of Ben Ramdam in the third quarter and left the game and has taken his shoe off, has been receiving some treatment. And the question remains, will he play tomorrow in the big game against Cameroon? A game that could determine who goes to the World Cup. Here's Anas. He's going to go for it. Look at him. No, he's going to pass it. Good play. Oh, and the three-pointer from Lethi. And he's tied the game. Look at this. Have they called the foul as well? What is El Malbrook doing trying to call for a technical? For simulation. I mean, the player went down. He made the three. And I think that probably does exist, and that was probably the case on that attempt. Lethi also trying to get a foul called on the play. But that said, I don't like seeing players going up and appealing for it, the opponent. Let the referee do the job. El Malbrook goes to his left. Lahiani spins, puts it up, and then Rami is fouled by Ben Ramdam. Well, Anas certainly affected that shot. He didn't block it, but he affected it. And that's what you have to remember when you have a rim protector out there. You might not get the block, but he does affect it. And now he's crashing the boards. Rami for three, good! Now Egypt is going back in front by three. Could this be the time that Tunisia falls in these qualifiers? And look at Anas, gets the block, but then Lahiani sneaks in there because nobody boxes out. And now Lahiani makes a play, knocks it out of Shusha's hands, into the hands of El Malbrook. And a foul has been called on Imada. I think Tunisia may have gotten away with one there. Watch this.
No change, no change.
Well, the players have been complaining about the ball getting wet, so they're going to dry it off. Conditions warm here in the southern hemisphere this time of year, especially down in these parts. Slimani gets it back now. Lahiani. Another chance for Tunisia, who are down by one. Abada. And the foul called on Ben Ramdam gives it back to Egypt. Clock is ticking now down to 3:20 in the game. Anas. Back to Rami. Mata misses. Anas with the rebound. Excuse me, it was another player with the rebound. They got it to Anas. And the drive. Ben Ramdam gets it. And he is fouled. Yeah, Anas fouled Ben Ramdam. Oh, wow, I don't believe it. Robbie's checked back in. I thought he was done for today and possibly even tomorrow. Right now it's 28 degrees in Luanda, so it's hot outside. Well, warm, 82 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is where Ben Ramdam has had some struggles in his career, especially of late. He misses both. He came in shooting only 35.9% from the free throw line, 14 of 39. Egypt getting closer now. Shusha, good! That's a big one. And when you consider the fact that Ben Ramdam just missed a couple of free throws, that is a 5-point swing. Oh. Now Slimani gets in and scores down low. Back to a 2-point game. El Gamal. And now the steal. And Al Malbrook goes up and scores. And Tunisia have tied it up. Wow, very poor. Extremely poor by Egypt. You can't turn the ball over in that situation.
من مين اخذت سكرين؟ هو مين اخذ الكورة؟ مين اخذ الكورة أصلاً؟ دي هنا ودي هنا.
Lançando jogados neste terceiro período. 50 neste quarto período. 58. Egito. 58. Tunísia. Último quarto.
See the 14 points for Shusha.
اسمعني دلوقتي تاني بالظبط كورة من هنا خلاص طلع الكورة انت يا ليسي ان هو الجمال وشو طلع كورة شوشة والليسي
عادي يا عم فهمنا بلاي ديفنس فهمنا كيما عملت ديفنس
You defense big guy, okay?
11 points for El Malbrook. So balanced scoring again for Tunisia, although they kind of really struggled to put the ball in the basket today. Mario Palma, will his team remain unbeaten? I would say the odds are yes, they will. Tunisia already qualified for the World Cup, but Egypt have not. And now the turnover intercepted by Gaza. Right idea, but not a good delivery by Anas. I'm amazed that he's come back to play, Robbie, after the ankle injury. Abada probing, he's gonna put up a three. Grazes the outside of the net. So the way these teams have struggled to put the ball in the basket, I'd be surprised if either team's, I wouldn't be surprised if neither team scored again, and we'd have overtime. And that's probably not what Egypt need ahead of tomorrow's game against Cameroon. Robbie, shot clock, and they don't even get a shot off. So El Gamal comes back in, and Leite goes out. Final minute, folks. Final 52 seconds, in fact, of this first game of the day here in Luanda. Lahiani gets inside. He gets rejected by Arabi. He's still got enough in him to get up and get a big rejection. Look at Arabi moving gingerly. I'm not sure going to him on offense is the answer right now. El Gamal. Oh, they do go to Arabi, and he has it knocked away, and there's Anas. And they got it to the two bigs, and now it's Tunisia's game to win. Unless Dula gets a steal, and don't be surprised. He has got some quick hands. Oh, he doesn't want to foul. The drive, Abada. And the quick pass has got to put up a prayer. We've got overtime. What a surprise. Not. These teams have had an almighty struggle today putting the ball in the basket. They've lacked rhythm on offense. They've been chirping away at the refs. And now they've got to retreat to the benches to try to reorganize and win the game in overtime. 58-58. Another 5 minutes coming your way here from Luanda.
Vamos ter o momento neste jogo entre o Egito e Tunísia. Egito, 58. Tunísia, também 58.
Well, Robbie has 12 points, 11 rebounds. Abu Shoush is leading the scoring with 14 points. He also has 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Anas has 6 points, 9 rebounds, a couple blocks and a steal. And we'll let you look at the highlights here. Rami, 7 points, and Khalifa, 7 points for Egypt. And for Tunisia, Makram Ben Ramdam is 5 of 14 from the floor, but he does have 10, so he has 10 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. 11 points for Mored El Mabrouk. 9 for Diaza, 8 for Slimane.
يسلمكم الله وفرج غالب لكم. امين. خليكم واثقين في ربنا يا جدعان. 1 2 3 بص. يلا رجاله يلا. ميخو غياس الديفونس كيكا. اسمعني يا ميخو. كان الاخر اللوطه دينا يفوق لازم ما تصيرش ما يعملوش تريون.
Remember, Egypt 6-4 right now. If they lose, they'll be 6-5, and Cameroon will Cameroon will next play Morocco, so the likelihood is they will be favored. They'll be favored in that, so the likelihood is they'll both be even at 6 and 5 after. And of course, their do-or-die game tomorrow, Egypt having won the first meeting by 4 points, so in the fight for third place. Now the long shot is good for Egypt. They go up by 3. So Al Gamal comes good with the 3-pointer, the veteran. Now Tunisia. That's inside the arc by Ghiaza. Aboushusha throws it right in the hands of Ghiaza. Slimani gets blocked. And Arabi takes it right away from him. And Ghiaza runs into El Gamal. And that's the best show of sportsmanship we've seen all day from either team. Ghiaza making sure the guard is okay. Actually, he didn't hit the ball, but he altered the shot, Arabi. Although he was credited with the block, I didn't think he blocked it. There's Anas. Oh, beautiful dump from Anas to Arabi. And yes, folks, he might be hobbled, but he can still get up. Great play by Anas, knowing the big was coming to the rim. And the shot by Anas. The block, rather. The rebound failed. And now Dula tipped it over to Arabi, who took a shot to the face, to the eye, it looked like, by Ghiaza. He's the walking wounded today. Watch this. The play that got everybody excited for Egypt. Well, I mean, it's a basketball play, going for the ball. And if he got him, it wasn't intentional. So Robbie stays in the game. Now Robbie has to be careful, pushing off. Anas drives in, misses, but Arabi is there for the putback. You know what they say, folks? No pain, no gain. And right now, there's plenty of pain for Arabi, but the three-pointer for El Malbrook brings Tunisia back. El Gamal almost loses it, passes to the corner to Dula. Arabi again. Good play by him over to Dula. Good! Great basketball from Egypt all of a sudden. Instead of forcing it up, Arabi found his teammate in the corner, and this is what happens. Nothing but net. So timeout, Tunisia. Let's go down to the huddle.
We go to Ameba full court for until the end, okay? Meba try to
What is the rules? Remember, press the ball.
If the ball goes corner 2-on-1 and close passing day, we need to press the ball full court and go, try to steal and face fast break. We have time to win the game. We have time to win the game. Let's go make amoeba the way we can. Okay?
فيشا هو سكرين ايدك
مسكم الله فرق على بالك.
1 2 3
مصر.
So we were able to listen to both coaches, and you know, the bottom line is Angola, their coach Mario Palma is saying we have time to win the game, which of course they do. They just have to execute. El Malbrook, he's going to take the three. And even though Tunisia have already qualified for the World Cup, I'm sure they would like to go unbeaten through the qualifiers. Here's Dula. No, another one from Dula. And now the question is, do Tunisia have time to win the game? Well, stranger things have happened, but they need to score. Short, El Gamal. And if Egypt do in fact win this game, maybe this will be something Tunisia can build on, just to remind them that they've got to play better. Because honestly, folks, they haven't played well today at all. Nor has Egypt, but somehow they are close to putting this thing away, and they get the three-pointer from El Gamal. All of a sudden, Egypt can't miss. 12 points, their biggest lead of the game, with just over a minute, and Arabi picks up another assist. All of a sudden, he's become Mr. Assist. Ben Ramdam is going to launch it, and he hits the three, so that gets it back to 73-64. Egypt should take time off the clock now. They should take it all the way down. They don't need to take it early. So, nice drive, and Dula's had some impressive moments today. Let's give him his credit. Give him the credit where the credit is due. So Cameroon will like their chances of beating Morocco. And then it sets it up really nicely for tomorrow. Cameroon and Egypt. Arabi puts up a three. And the long rebound, and Egypt are going to win it, folks. What a game. It wasn't a thing of beauty, but they have given themselves a huge shot of confidence just by winning the game, and Arabi kisses the floor and bows in prayer, perhaps. And you can see they have won a very big game and improved their chances. Don't forget, Egypt, in fact, have got a chance now to finish second, depending on other results. Let's have a look. 73-64. Tunisia. So they've improved to 7-4. Angola right now is 7-3. And Angola are going to play Chad, so you can't see Angola losing that game. But then tomorrow Angola would play December 2nd, Angola will play Tunisia. So they could end up finishing with the same record as Angola, Egypt. So Angola beat Egypt in their first meeting 68-64. And Angola also beat him 65-58, so there's no way they would win a tiebreaker with Angola. But most importantly, they won the game. They're now at least two wins more than their nearest rival for third place, and what is likely to be the decisive third place. Cameroon have to come out now. The pressure is on them. As you look at the stats, the pressure is on Cameroon to come out first of all and get a win against Morocco. If Cameroon lose to Morocco, then Egypt will definitely finish third, and they will probably be the best third place team and would advance to the World Cup for the second time in a row. So Robbie, 16 points, 13 rebounds, and when you put it into context and remember that he also played well late after coming back into the game with the ankle injury, that probably would have to be the performance of the day. Shusha had his moments. Al-Gamal came out and hit a couple of big shots. And Tunisia were okay at times, but their execution was poor. And also, you know, if I'm Tunisia, I need to go back and look at myself in the mirror and think, I got to play basketball. I got to stop talking as much as I do to the referee. I mean, both Egypt and Tunisia doing a lot of talking to the referees. They just got to play basketball. So here's some of the highlights looking back on the second half. That was a huge play there with Anas making the pass, and then obviously Arabi also followed that one up. That one gave a little hope to Tunisia, but a big three by Dula, and then this little runner from him. And then El Gamal iced it with that three-pointer. So Egypt win the game. It's a huge one. They know right now they've got the inside track to the qualification for the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Seven Rolls Royces, pink slips like a boss. Champagne on her body, time to lick it out. Me and baby girl a winning combination. Ownership is my conversation. I'm a boss.
So we hope you enjoy the highlights here at the end of the broadcast. And just as a reminder, we got two more games coming your way here today. Next up will be Morocco against Cameroon, and then that will be followed by Angola against Chad. That one will be at 7 p.m. So maybe not the best played game, but certainly not short of drama. Again, Omar Tarek Arabi with 16 points, 13 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks to lead Egypt. He also had a bad ankle, and that's probably the main concern right now, is how is he going to feel going into tomorrow's game, the decisive game against the Lazare Adingono coached Cameroon. So those are the standings. They've temporarily leapfrogged Angola, in fact, into second place because they've played one more game. But Angola still have, after today, they would still be in second regardless of what the result is of their game. Cameroon are fourth. They know they've got to win, and then they know they've got to come out and win tomorrow as well. Morocco and Chad pulling up the rear, each at 3 and 7. Chad already eliminated. That's it, folks. Thanks for watching. 73-64, Egypt win it over Tunisia.